You hear about the whole Cat Williams and Suge Knight paparazzi incident?
Yeah.
Apparently, Suge Knight is back in jail.
They said he can get 30 to life.
30 to life for, I guess, breaking a paparazzi's camera or taking a paparazzi's camera and I guess hurting her in the process. I saw the video kind of leading up to the incident. He was upset that
He was taking pictures of his son?
of his I guess baby son or
baby son.
or,
Okay.
I don't know, like a young child that he just had. You know, he was basically calling her a bitch and saying he'll get a bitch to beat her ass, and you know, and that led into some sort of thing. Cat Williams wasn't even in the video footage, so I'm not quite sure how Cat is sort of lumped into all this, but I did see a video of Suge in court. Looked like he was going through it. You know, they're saying he was kind of teary-eyed a little bit, you know, because once again, Suge is back in jail. What's your take on this?
I mean, I feel like they're not going to rest until Suge Knight is dead or in jail. Like,
So you think it's a conspiracy? I mean, Suge was extremely aggressive in this video.
extremely aggressive.
Extremely aggressive.
Yes, he was.
This is not the first time that he has gotten into trouble for being like this.
Right. And you know, can we say it's karma? Like, I don't know. Like,
Well, I mean,
maybe a little. You know what I mean?
I mean, you could say it's karma, or you could just say this man has a criminal record. And when you get sentenced, they look at your criminal record and base your sentence on what you've done previously. I don't think that it's fair to say that you should be judged on this one act alone. The laws are just not set up that way.
Right. I mean, I just also feel like he had so many people shook on these streets that, yo, motherfuckers can't wait till he's just gone for good so they could fully breathe a sigh of relief. Like, seriously, like, there's people out here that probably...
He's the boogeyman of LA.
Still don't feel... And for some people in New York, probably, too, that had any bad dealings with him.
I was at Universal Records. When I went into the security office of Universal Records, there were pictures of Suge Knight on the wall, and it says, "Do not allow in the building." And I was informed by the security guards that whenever Doug Morris, who was at the time the president of Universal Records, I guess Suge had allegedly threatened him or something like that. So he would have basically armed security in front of the building who would walk him into the building, wait outside, walk him to his car, and then take off. You know what I mean? Like, this is not stuff that people just make up and whatever else. You know what I mean? I don't think that they would create this whole aura in the Universal building if there wasn't a certain amount of truth to it. You know, Suge does have a history of threatening people, has a history.
Yeah, and he's a big, scary dude, yo.
Scary dude. I've been around him a few times, and
I've been around him a couple times, too.
I've chose not to have any conversations with him because of his history.
I just did the knowledge to him. I ain't had no conversation with him either. I just did the knowledge to him. I was there the night of the Source Awards and all of that.
You were there?
Yeah, I was there. I was at the tunnel afterwards when he approached Puffy and all of that. I was feet away when all that happened.
Really? You know so what happened? Okay, the Source Awards I know about because that was on film. What happened at the tunnel?
I mean, at the tunnel afterwards, you know, that was the place to be back then. You know what I mean? So everybody went to the tunnel, and you know, he had his death row people, and Puffy, I guess, had a bunch of his bad boy people. And at some point, you know, there was a little conversation, you know, between Suge and Puffy. I mean, I wasn't right up on it to hear everything they were saying, but there was some little, you know, little back and forth going on. And, you know, it's not like Puffy was getting all beaten on his chest, but they was definitely having some words, you know what I mean?
Two of them were talking.
Yeah, but with a whole bunch of people behind each one of them, you know what I mean? Right. Like, and it could have got real crazy and shit, you know what I mean?
Right.
But there was definitely something going, some shit was brewing that night, you know what I mean? Yeah.
And, you know, it should continue to brew.
Right. But like...
People like I think one of Suge's close friends got killed.
Right.
I don't know the details about that, but I know that added to the tensions.
Right.
You know?
See, the shit we got to look at, though, is like Suge was on top of the world. Like everybody feels so good when they in their stride of doing whatever the fuck they doing. They getting their paper. But understand that any shit can change tomorrow. Right. You know what I mean? You could be all the way up here and think, man, this shit ain't never gonna end. And then tomorrow, you're facing 30 to life. You know what I mean? On some bullshit. You know, for taking somebody's camera. You know? Like, how many fucking cameras does this nigga own or you know, have you bought in your life? And you now, come on, man. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. So.
Because, you know, he just got shot not too long ago.
Mm-hmm. I know.
How many, like 6 times or something?
Because they scared of this dude.
And this is not the first time he's gotten shot.
This is, I
believe, the 3rd time that I know of. You know, he got grazed during the Tupac murder. You know, he got shot during this Kanye party. When I talked to Charlemagne about this, the one thing he said was, Suge is way too old to be hanging out in the club. You know, hanging out with Chris Brown and them. You know,
right.
Way too old for that. Way too, you know. I mean, Suge's like I don't know his financial situation, but it looks like he still has money.
Absolutely, got
you
to.
know,
you couldn't have fucked all that money, y'all.
Yeah, he's still.
But it's not what it used to be.
Not what it used to be, but he
still got paid.
Compared to the average working person, he's
right.
Most people consider him rich.
Mm-hmm. Probably got a couple homes.
Yeah, I think he has a home in like Beverly Hills. And
right,
stuff like
and then
that.
maybe somewhere, you know, even if you had that and an apartment in the hood, that's more than most people is doing. You know what I mean?
Way more. You know, but it just seems like it. You know what I mean? It's almost like he continues to move in the same type of way. You know what I mean? He doesn't take his, you know, like he doesn't absorb his surroundings and learn from, you know, his own mistakes. And just being, you know, he's around a lot of different, you know, I mean, he's not a hood dude anymore. He's around everybody, you know, he's around all different types of people. And yet he hasn't internalized, he still acts like he's still from the same environment that he came from, it seems. You know, and that environment is, you know, you put a camera in my face, I'm gonna go fucking snatch the camera up and fuck you, bitch. And I'll get my homegirl to beat you up, and this is how we gonna do it. You know what I mean?
And this goes back to kind of what the Charles Barkley was talking about.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how many years he'll get. You know, but it's
Listen, I don't wish that on nobody. Like, I don't want to see Suge, you know what I mean? He ain't did nothing to me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not scared of Suge, like, because
I got no
I ain't did nothing to him. He ain't got no problem with me. It's y'all motherfuckers that's scared of him. You know what I mean? So y'all the ones that want to see this man do 30 years or get shot and killed so that you could breathe easy. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want to see no black man out here getting killed or have to go to jail for 30 years. Or, you know, I don't want, matter of fact, not just black people. I don't want nobody out here getting murdered, any color. You know what I mean?
Wait, so you think that no one should go to jail?
Well, of course, some people deserve to go to jail. You know what I mean? But not over some bullshit. You know what I mean? 30 years, and I understand it's a cumulative thing, but goddamn.
Well, you know,
30 years for taking somebody's camera, like.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, the justification is, you know, this
you
person,
on probation.
Well, you know,
blah, blah, blah,
this person just does not seem to get along with the laws of the society has set. Mm-hmm. You know, he wants to work outside of that, and he consistently has shown that. You know, I mean, for example, like I forgot. I think me and my son actually had this conversation where he felt that O.J. Simpson's sentence was excessive. That really, you know, people just, you know, were getting him back for the alleged murder of, you know.
Yeah, they were. Simpson. What do you think they was doing? How much time did he get?
He got a lot.
10 years?
15, I think.
15 for taking back your own shit? Come on, B.
Well,
come on, man.
Showing up.
Nigga, he wasn't the one with the gun in his hand. He might have had a henchman with him. What'd that dude get?
Yeah.
What does henchman get? Nothing like that type of time. They was serving him for that other shit. That was double jeopardy right there. Let's not make us no mistakes about it.
To 9 to 33 years.
Come on, for taking back your own shit. You know what I mean? Somebody is like, please, I'm still not breathing. They're like, yo, but he ain't really. Nigga, get him off the streets. I can't breathe with this motherfucker on the streets. I'm telling you. All right.
Shit, it might be Dre.
Huh?
It might be Dr. Dre. You never
got
know.
enough paper now.
He's a billionaire now. Hip hop's first billionaire.
Right.